of views that don't fit neatly into the TV, internet categorized definitions that we use. Like, real life is not like Clubhouse. Real life, people, when you knock on their door, maybe a little irritated because you knock on their door, but at the same time, they're very willing to tell you, hey, I think my main struggle here is economics. Or, hey, my main struggle here is, like, I need to go to school and I can't find funding for it. Right? Most people are honest and they're not angry or militant or, like, they're not angry or militant and they're not quick to see the most narrow version. Don't get me wrong, one in 10 are, I think.
And Marshall, sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
No. I'm just gonna say, most people in real life aren't that narrow. They hold varying views about things. Some conservative, some liberal.
Exactly.
If you're not an extreme partisan, then you don't necessarily experience it. The internet, in particular Clubhouse, is full of what I would call extreme partisans, myself included.
That I agree with, Marshall.
And this notion of dichotomous, like if you are an all or nothing thinker, black or white thinking, yes or no thinking, and it's not a bad thing. I was certainly a dichotomous thinker until I got help with it, to be honest, because seeing the dialectic is a lot healthier than looking, being on an extreme. And so with that, I wanted to just offer that even in my own family, most people were, I don't want to say all were liberal, but many. And now there's people split. In many Jewish families, you'll see people split. They may have harbored liberal views years ago. And I'm not endorsing one way, one or the other. But I mean, the dialect, there's a lot of people on the spectrum. But one of the things that, to Marshall's point, that makes this app, the reason this app is so alive is because of dichotomous thinking, rooms that, cater to high controversy, and so we do get a bit of a sampling bias with regard to Clubhouse.
We should say that again for the people in the back. Clubhouse is fun, and we're all like friends or friends-ish. But Clubhouse is not real. Real life is way more fucking complicated.
Can we mod Anson?
Exactly, Marshall. It's like we go to these rooms, we're friends with so-and-so. I mean, to your point about life being far, you can't put pigeon into this or left or right. I mean, I guess I'm living proof that that I'm in this room, this house or this room often, because I'm okay. I can veer away from my lefty pals who sometimes also say some concerning stuff, not even echo chamber stuff, but kind of a bit narrow-minded. So you go into the real world, which, by the way, I wonder honestly how many folks here, it has nothing to do with politics. When you say, maybe during the pandemic or whatever it was, when you're like, hey, I found this app called Clubhouse, and before you even get the sentence out, are your friends like, huh? Are they like, never heard of it? Are they like, sorry, what? What's that? Right?
Yeah,
I think I found one person that heard of it. One. It's wild.
DJ one, and we're actually friends now in real life. It's really one of the few that I've met in real life. It's so rare.
So Serendipity talked to me privately, and reminded me that if Moose wants to go around the app calling people race-based bigots, then you'll have to justify being modded up. Disgusting creatures.
There you go. Exactly. Free speech, freedom of speech.
We're happy to see him there. We're happy to see
him. There
you
go. And if any of my lefty pals want to judge me for being mobbed with whomever, well, just you go play with dynamite sticks on roller skates.
there are few evils in the world than being a white female conservative. It's just diabolical. Anson, I'm happy to see you, sir. I hope you'll consider resuming your room.
Yes, for sure. I did have Roger change the settings on your house so that it would be open to the public moving forward. I think that may have been one of your issues with gaining some momentum, was that the house was locked down, and so only house members saw it and people that they pinged. But I was told to ask Dr. J a question, but it's not really the topic of the room, so I don't know if y'all want to change the topic or not.
Well, maybe he can look in the chat. I invited Pete up to ask him the question directly. I kind of don't like people who send messengers. I'd rather people.
No, I wasn't told from Pete. I was actually told from somebody else a few days ago.
Oh, it's a different question?
It's a different question, yeah.
Gosh, Dr. J's popular. Multiple questions for you, Dr.
Well, I'll answer the question of the room before I go for my monthly poker game here. Wish me luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Can men and women be friends? I mean, it's the eternal when Harry met Sally, right, question. And I think it's something that comes to maturity. I'm the youngest of 3 boys. So I didn't grow up with sisters, so I'm lucky to have 2 friends. Or actually now, what am I? Probably just really one friend that I consider a sister to me. Never crossed the line. It's always been platonic. And in fact, we actually given each other advice on relationships and stuff like that. So I think it's a maturity thing. I think it's challenging when you're younger. It's like this caveman procreation thing is it's kind of our DNA. But as we mature, we realize that not only can we be friends, but I think we can benefit greatly from advice from the opposite sex.
Good luck on your poker game, Moose.
Thank you. I'm going to fight the urge to chase the river. If anyone plays poker in here, you know what that means.
If I may, I'd like to comment on something Marshall just said. I've been sort of just coasting around trying to find a good conversation on a Saturday afternoon. He said Clubhouse is not real life. I'm not so sure about that. Life can get vicious. I mean, at least this is an audio only, so we can only, with emojis, we can express strong opinions and that kind of stuff, but we're at least not going to get physical with each other and those kinds of things. But I think the divide on Clubhouse that is so evident, and I want to exclude the really. I mean, there's some rooms that are just so focused on a particular thing, and they very strongly focus on that particular thing. I mean, we can. I don't want to give examples, but there are some rooms that at least the topics are open for honest debate. But it's hard to find those kind of rooms because the debate becomes too one-sided. And trying to find a way to have an honest conversation, even though you have strongly differing opinions, that's what I'm trying to find on Clubhouse, and you know, it's hard to do, and people, I don't know. I guess I'm frustrated. Somebody says that you want me to reopen the room. Well, it's Roger's room. That's why because I'm not a geek. I don't know the mechanics of opening, closing, posting polls, all that. I'm slowly learning. But I'd rather be in a support role rather than in charge of the room kind of thing. And trying to find even a small group of people that are willing, that have differing views. I mean, Moose, for example, I've seen Moose just superficially in some rooms. But I know he's on the left, but I mean, Moose and I have been getting along real well, and we can have differing opinions. There are sometimes, one that really astounded me wasn't in the rational discussion room, but it was in a recent room where somebody who I generally respect put in the what the hell, the chat. Yeah, he said basically Anson is full-blown MAGA, in my opinion. And that just shocked me, because to me MAGA means irrational, unthinking, total support for any and all things that Donald Trump espouses, unless it's hiding the Epstein list, and then they're going to get pissed off at him. But I'm no more MAGA than a fly to the moon. And but I'm not going to leave Clubhouse because of that accusation. But I don't know why we get into this name-calling tit for tat rather than having a rational discussion. First of all, as I've tried to do in the room the few times we've had it, what is the problem? So we can at least agree that there is a problem, whether it's crime and homelessness and graffiti in D.C. or whatever. Can we agree on the problem and then try to figure out what the right solutions are? And that's really, really hard to do. And on Clubhouse, and I guess it's hard to do in the real world. So take it for, I'm bloviating too much. So I'll leave it at that and see if there's room for discussion there.
Well,
Captain,
Marshall, the only thing I'd want to add is that, I think what you said was the most impactful in the beginning, and it's that, it's hard to find two varying points, whether they're completely opposed to one another or not, that are good moderators. And if you identify, because I think that you're probably a really great moderator, but I get it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I would love to be in nothing more than just a supportive role. And in 4 years, it's taken about 4 years for it to be known, not a good moderator. But if you want somebody on stage that's not going to make it an echo chamber, that will help being a supporting role to the opposite side, then she's your girl. That's the type of I get it. That is what makes Clubhouse so difficult, and that's why many rooms that have such a great promise, like this one, that is, and I don't want to jinx it because I want it to stay this way, but like this, that if you don't have those awesome non-biased, really mod abusing type mods, like MG, she's a great example of somebody that is very open-minded and will not be she's a good moderator. Mojo, or Roger, or whatever you call him, awesome moderator. Steve Appel, awesome moderator. These are
hey mother, I heard you feeling a little blue. You're gonna make yourself a little soup.
If not, it turns into garbage real quick.
Marshall, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, Captain, if you need help with the room, I'll happily pitch in.
Of course you will, Marshall.
Thanks. I'll accept that. Right now, there's not a whole hell of a lot going on now that the dust has settled from the attempts at peace in Ukraine. There's not a whole lot of things. I mean, I'd love to have a run on who's causing chaos or something like that.
We could talk about the reduction in auto thefts in D.C. with the advent of the National Guard. I heard 55% reduction in the 9 or 10 days or so that they've been there.
Oh yeah, Scarlett, but you know as well as I do that as soon as the things are, first of all, I think the federal control, if you will, can only last for 30 days without a vote without approval from Congress.
Correct.
And I think there's not a snowball chance in hell of getting, probably, I don't know, Congress probably won't even vote because they'll be arguing about holding a vote. One of my big complaints about the Great Divide is Congress, and Marshall and I don't agree on it, that Congress has essentially abdicated its role as
But it's personal private information. Just fucking don't.
Unable to legislate together. That's one of the great. Then again, I'm getting off topic. But thanks for your offer, Marshall. And I'm not attempting to. Roger and I talked about when to have the room and should we have it at the same time for critical thinking part. Our initial thought was, if we were going to start for the first week, I'd sort of take the same topic and see if there was a different consensus from what we did. I'll never be able to compete with the reputation and magnitude of size and support I have here, and not even trying to. But I'm trying to find a way to have quite frankly, a more rational discussion of the issues rather than what I consider to decline into partisanship that I don't like at all. So.
I'll go after Marshall. Go ahead, Marshall.
No, I was going to say, I think Captain, I think maybe an interesting discussion might be making U.S. naval tactics interesting, finding a way to tell, finding a way to get across U.S. naval tactics and strategies where I'm looking for wild, outrageous story format for like 5 minutes so it doesn't bore people too much.
How can the United States Navy regain a significant contribution to deterrence?
Yes, sir.
Well, how about
I would love that.
you can
I might be the only one there, but
you can make you can tie that into the ships being sent to the waters off Venezuela and the Marines on board. Have a discussion about that.
You want someone like Brad to be a mod with you. Like that would be.
Brad would be an asset to the room. I don't know if the mod bad
My bad.
in rational discussions.
When it comes
Because
to
Brad's a very forceful nature kind of guy, and my concern would be that
I mean, I piss him off, but
Brad was in the Navy 30 years ago. What the fuck would he know about the situation right now? Like, I think it's an irrelevant.
well, I'm sure
who said that?
I'm sure he'd add value to the room.
Who said that?
The great Mother Superior.
Mother Superior. Oh, okay. Well, I was in the
As a personal
the last time I was in the Navy, was
there is a scientific and
1988, so
safe
do
way
the
to test
math,
this. You
35
can
plus
challenge
years.
it, but I'm going to jump
But I
in the
still
deep
think
end.
I have a hell of a
Just
lot
see
to
if I can
contribute
swim.
in
Yeah.
terms of what the Navy can
Probably
do.
right about
Oh, like I'm not
now
trying to be an
that I thought back
asshole,
to my
but my
conversation
opinion
with the
also
shade ball
applies to you. Like I think
You don't recommend swimming in shade balls.
relative to
So do you think
what
it's
most
a bit
people
dangerous?
there is out there on
It's
that
okay.
public information
So
unless you have
dangerous
direct
that
contact.
they regularly
In the
refuse
military at the moment,
requests
your
from
information is
residential
outdated.
customers.
It's-
I appreciate you making
what
an
information
assessment
do
on
you?
science. We will not
Wait.
promote
What
this as a thing
information
that
then
people
could
should do.
you
We will show people
offer
what
with
what
your
happens.
experience
And
of the
therefore,
United
they should
States
probably not
Navy
do it.
in
What makes shade
regards
balls
to this
inherently
current
more dangerous
event
than other
that
plastic
would be,
balls is that
I
they're
would
half
say,
full of water.
better
So they're
as a moderator
This bag
or a
of
support
400
person
balls
in a
weighs
room holding this kind of
300
discussion,
kilograms, or
moreover than the
660
gentleman
pounds.
that was
So when I
just
ordered
speaking
the
for the person in the listening lounge, both of which I would think would have
structures.
a much better understanding of it.
This is a stupid question, right? Like you literally just said most of us are relying on publicly available information. And so you reframe that question to do a gotcha. Like most of us in this room, including Brad and Answer, are likely going to be looking up information online, using that information and incorporating it into their conversation point at the moment. We're doing the exact same shit. This whole, what is it, the argument about appeal to authority argument?
How much of Gaza has
No,
Israel destroyed?
it's not stupid. It's those with experience and those that have, I would say, authority to speak on a matter. Now, I could talk to somebody that's like a brain surgeon or somebody that's in med school, and I could say this: the person that's in med school going to be a doctor will have like the up and coming new prescriptions and ways for procedure and process, as opposed to the one that's retired. But by God, I really want to value and put some stock in the one that's done a lot of brain surgeries rather than the one that has literally just started college and has no has no intent in even going to school at all. That just gives their Googled Grok or Perplexity or Chat GPT opinion of it. Sorry, but that's just the facts.
Yeah, I think everyone's triggered because we're talking about military veterans, but I seriously, my opinion does not change. If you're that far removed, unless you have direct access to military intelligence to date or are currently related with the government and know the inner works, you have nothing else of additional value than everyone else on the stage. You're not that much better. We're not going to agree on this, Kitty. You can be mad all you want, but my position does not.
Nothing personal. I mean, I appreciate you giving in good faith answer. I don't agree.
I would only ask Mother if, do you believe that Alfred Thayer Mahan is now out of date, completely irrelevant, and no one should ever read him again? Do you even know who Alfred Thayer Mahan is?
I have no idea what the fuck that is, nor do I.
The Influence of Sea Power on History, written with the British Empire and the Royal Navy as an example. And as far as I know, it is still the basics, one of the most basic texts still used at the United States Naval Academy today on a year-long history course of the influence of sea power on history.
I think that's awesome. Honestly, I do. My dad went to Great Lakes and just served in Vietnam, but I have respect.
It's not. I'm not asking for respect from me. I'm just suggesting to Mother that to have a legitimate discussion on basic geopolitical, geostrategic issues is not dependent on having the most current intelligence information. That's a tactic. That's not the strategic view. That's not the view from 10,000 or 50,000 feet. And that's one of the things we're lacking. One of the reasons, and I'm not trying to attack you, Mother. I'm just trying to make a point and look at my profile. Is how can we use the lessons of the past to basically stop repeating them? And I think that is of tremendous value, because part of the discussion on Clubhouse is what was the recent headline that pissed you off, rather than trying to get into the underlying problem of what caused that headline to be written in the first place.
and I want Mother to get to respond, but I do want to get your opinion, and because I heard it recently on the news, as far as like after World War II or right before World War II, there's that island that we like made it to where it was where we could shoot off nuclear warheads or whatever, and then apparently right now we're going back to that same location. If you could tell me more about that, like whenever that, there's a lull in the conversation.
Yeah,
I have no idea what
originates from, right? Like some of the dumbest people that I've ever met in my life are people who went to the military and the Navy and etc. because they couldn't get into universities and colleges, right? Some of the stupidest people I've ever met my entire life. This notion that every veteran knows what they're talking about and every Navy person is the most intelligent person out there on the specific topic. Like some of these people just went because they couldn't find any other way to make an income or to move on forward with their life, right? Like that's a very unpopular position. Hold on a minute, right? That's a very unpopular position, but it's the truth. Some of these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and this whole notion that we have to treat them all as some authority figure, because the conversation started with Brad would be a good moderator because he's formerly from the military. The logic in that statement is what I find to be flawed. It's not an attack on Anson, it's not an attack on Brad. The logic as a foundation is what I don't agree with.
They give some of the best scholarships and allow for, and I'm just saying generic, like for, and not just them, but their children to attend some of the best schools in our country. You're a moron, and I completely disagree.
Not everyone is going to West Point, right? So you're going, some of these people are dumb as fuck and are not going.
Right. Yeah. Some are dumb. Finished high school, but then ended up going straight into the military, and afterwards getting his degree. So, like,
a point of order.
That too is a complete moot point.
Oh, that's what
Hello, everyone. Hello. So, the military won't accept people with low IQ, as Nicholas just posed, because. No,
you need to have a diploma.
IQ. They have IQ requirements because they found people with IQs of I think it's 90 or lower or worse than not having them at all. They have a negative impact on their crew, their fellow soldiers, their military escapades, all of that. So, dumb as shit or dumb as F or whatever you said is measurably untrue, Nicholas. And we don't have to fight this hard about.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to their perspective.
Were you not able to get into the military?
Yeah, because I didn't waste my time. Because I got.
I just want to say that I just want to say you
the
cannot
military is
be
the
low
fallback
as.
choice. It is not the first.
We got it, love. We got it. But it's in order to join the military, the Army, the Navy, combat, intelligence, you need to have a diploma, and you do need to take testing to know if you are even qualified to handle these certain situations. So there is a form of intelligence, Mother, when it comes to joining the military, Army, Navy, or whatever. Even if you're a desk person, you're not just a dumbass. You mean who didn't graduate school, who's poor with no job dreams, just to join the military. Yeah. They don't just allow people who are dumb to join.
Right, and he said majority.
I mean, y'all know what I'm saying. It's not that fault. It's not. It's true. You can get all mad because Americans love the military, but it's the reality.
Okay,
Some of the lowest performers, dumbest people from my high school were the first ones to join the military because they couldn't get into universities.
I know.
Yeah, that was the case for significant portions of the people that joined the military that I know, and that's fine. Like, they found a way to make their life, but like, let's not pretend like these are the cream of the crop on the planet that can join them.
So again,
definitely below 70 is an IQ. So again, I'm just going to ask the question: were you not able to join the military, and that's why you've got?
I have a 4.0 GPA and got a full ride to university. I didn't need to join the military because I had options.
Stop.
So if I may say something,
Stop.
Who's telling me to stop?
I'm telling you to stop, please.
Yeah, but why are you telling me to stop?
Just stop for a second.
Okay.
Who is that telling him to stop? I'm confused. Is that a mod telling him to stop?
It's Kristen. You guys are going back and forth about the same thing and just repeating, and getting more and more heated. And so Anson was trying to make a point and was talked over, and he's now gone from the room. So he lost what he was going to say. Okay, he's back. So if you guys can watch, if you guys can just, share your opinions, share your feelings and things like that, but please do have some respect for each other. And if you said what you needed to say, okay, great. And please don't repeat. Thanks.
Marshall just asked me to go private, and we did for just a minute. But I do want, and I'm not gonna try to get. I'm not mad, Mother. I can take your shots, but I do want to give you just a little bit of perspective. I was born and raised in a town of 1,000 people. I was born in 1942, so my growing up years were the 40s and 50s in a small tobacco farming community of 52 people from my graduating class. Fortunately, I applied to the Naval Academy, needed my parents that they were going to college, and there was no way they could afford a college education. So I applied, and by good luck or whatever, I was able to get in. I can assure you, Mother, that and I have said this repeatedly, that those 4 years were the 4 most miserable years of my life. And I got a $50,000, which today is about $300,000, but I had a $50,000 education shoved up my ass all the time for those whole 4 years. I hated it. I still don't know how I got through it, but I got through it, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it took me away from that small town and gave me a much broader perspective and the tools to be able to do some things in the world. In 2015, during the campaign, I watched with interest how Donald Trump coming down the stairs and how his attitude, the way he acted during the primary debates and all that, and I thought he was the biggest jerk I'd ever seen, and I still feel that way. But when he said, somebody asked him his views on the triad, the nuclear triad, and his response was, "What is the triad?" That's when I decided I would never vote for Donald Trump, and I never have. But I can still support Donald Trump because of and the attempts that he is trying to do. So I try to cut through the bullshit and get down to the substance. And yes, I use historical perspective and my own professional experience, 23 years on nuclear submarines during the Cold War. And I still use that perspective to form my opinions on the right path forward. And that's what I'm trying to do on Clubhouse. Your views are yours. I disagree with them. But I'm not a stupid jerk.
Thank you.
Whatever, we can move on.
So what I wanted,
Doctor, I'm sorry, the driver. If you would like to go and
yes.
Speak.
So I think that there are like 1.8 or 1.2 million enlisted people in the armed forces. Many of them, unlike officers, they don't join typically with college degrees, right? So there's such a varied range of intelligence in the armed forces. But I think from a socioeconomic standpoint, you'll find that people that go to independent schools typically have the resources to be able to pay for college on their own. So they're not necessarily seeking scholarships, etc. So I think that two things can be true. I think that in recent years, enlisted folks have not necessarily been the cream of the crop, but the officers certainly are, and some of the enlisted folks are really bright. No one's perhaps really dumb, but I think that from both perspectives, And most importantly, things have changed. Both of my grandfathers and my uncle served in the armed forces, and that was a different time during World War II and even Vietnam. So I think that looking at it over time is certainly an important factor in how.
For a second, I think his basic point was that was that just because you're in the military doesn't necessarily mean you have a massive amount of authority about a subject, which is true.
I
Like I said,
agree.
there's a
100% with that, Brent. I'm an old fart. It's been a long time, but I do have my opinions, and they are based on experience and a degree of fact.
So, I mean, I appreciate for Brent, but, like, I don't need to be white-splained for the stage, right? Like, it's a little ridiculous that everyone here knows exactly what I'm talking about. I don't need it to be softened up and polished because then people are in their feelings about the topic because it's something that triggers them personally, right? Like, I'm going to communicate however the fuck I want to communicate, and I don't need someone to tell me to reframe it or whiten it or soften it because they're too much in their fucking feelings today.
Right.
Okay.
So does that
Yeah, it's just there's no doxing.
So hold on 1 second, Ken. Hold on one sec. I just want to share in the comments below. There's an interesting book I shared an excerpt from. I'm very much in favor of the notion that intelligence is quite varied, but the Marines have been losing median and mean IQ precipitously since the 80s. So that's just one. And I actually have a friend who's an intelligence officer with the State Department who said that she always had difficulty working with the Marines because they weren't necessarily the sharpest knife. Now that's not to say every Marine, but in general.
I would only comment that intelligence officer in the State Department is an oxymoron.
That's how I think there's trouble between you people in the State Department. Like I said, that same thing about not entering the military.
That's funny, man.
So are men and women friends in the State Department?
What was that, Ten?
Are men and women friends in the State Department? Is it a difficulty, men and women having difficulty being friends?
Oh, he's referring to the poll. I think he's referring to the poll in the room, maybe?
Yeah, the title. I thought you were talking about different branches of government where men and women are
Yeah, hey Ken, I'm not a mod. I'm more of one of those support role things. But my friend Serendipity started this role. She's in the muff. I'm in the muff. And in the muff, we wanted to cut down on all this doxing and being assholes and trolls and stuff. That's what started it. And then she put a few different, or one of the mods had, which was, can men and women be friends? But then we got into a topic about the military, and Mother had mentioned something. Anson was answering, and now it's really completely opposite to the actual poll that's posted.
And the title is opposite to the title.
Yeah.
Does anybody really give a shit?
All right, just to get back to the actual room topic.
No.
Do you want to answer the questions then?
Right,
or can men and women be? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
And sure enough, the point was that many people are going through because of that.
To a U.S. Army top secret military facility through a mountain range.
If you guys want to talk about
And,
it.
I can
don't know what
contribute
happened
to
to
that.
those Hispanics.
I have found
ruined their life. To me, they weren't carrying
I'm
drugs.
not going to call
They
her a
just,
girlfriend.
they nearly
because it
died.
sounds
I was like, I don't want to ruin their day, man. I'm not calling the cops on these guys. That would be some bad karma.
Within the last
So
3
I
weeks,
hate to admit, as a candidate congressman, that I may have released two illegal alien Mexicans who nearly died in the mountains into Arizona. I just wanted to admit that to everybody.
At least in the last 3 weeks, have gained tremendous support.
Congratulations, but unfortunately, your clips have gone viral, and we're leading in the polls again.
But she's a moderator right next to Serendipity on my screen.
So, in my opinion, the more people standing up to Darren LaHood, either
your calm and moderation and support for difficult topics. So there's an example of men respecting women, and there's a ton of them in my profile, and there's a few that I've abused and all that stuff. But of course, men, and I respect people respect women
so fast I won't even hear the sound.
as long as they have merit. As long as they have merit, I don't respect them just because of their gender. I respect them because of their merit.
Yeah, let me say this. Men and women can be friends as long as they probably had a relationship before. Like probably.
I don't know Nye from Adam. I've never met.
Like they tried up becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, and it didn't work.
Yeah, but you hear what Anthony's saying? He's saying the opposite of that. He said he has a tremendous amount of respect for his female monitor, of whom he's never met in real life. So.
I don't think they have to do being friends in real life. That's kind of different than the question.
Exactly.
But I just think that you have to. Well, guys, we speak. Nye has been trying to speak. Right. Dude, she speaks now because she may not want to fight, but I kind of.
It's good to get some
All right. I just want to take time because I was sitting on the edge of my seat to see who Anson was speaking about. So when I heard my name, I'm like, wait, what? Listen, Anson, thank you for the kind words. It's been such an honor to get to know you on this app and to sit at your feet to listen and learn. Roger introduced most of us to you and your voice, and so I'm so grateful to have, witnessed your expertise and indulge in your knowledge live in 4K. So thank you, sir. Anytime I can help you in any one of these rooms, it's an honor. And I am just over the moon by your comments. Thank you so much. And thank you to my fellow mods for just giving me just a few moments just to respond.
that align with him politically, and they happen to align with not only me, but the people.
Anson, I have a vested interest in seeing your house grow. I think, despite our disagreements
so fucking lame.
you're really open to different opinions, and
I'm so glad that there's
you
anonymous, so I can
don't
record
add
these
ad
retards at their
hominems
most boring
to
moments.
disagreements, which I think is rare on the app and should be acknowledged and rewarded.
Good one, Monica.
I second that.
Is this the love bomb room? Or use the Pepe's
Hakima, are you jealous, sir? You want me to find something to compliment you on?
I just asked a question.
Akima, call him out, Akima.
Akima, I can answer it. You and I can disagree. Have
See, who came in and watch this? I can give him some love emojis to your comment, to his comment about you. But when he was commenting about me, you gave him the laughing emojis. Don't think I didn't see that.
This is called wasting your time on a Saturday night. All right, I'm going to go work out, everybody. I hope you enjoy this Clubhouse live stream. Brought to you by Slipper, a.k.a. an F-word N-word, a.k.a. Dr. Adams. A real F-word N-word. And he's been the source of many of our problems. So if you come across Dr. Adams, you may want to block that F-word, N-word, P-word. P stands for psychotic, obnoxious. We could call him an F-word, N-word, P-word, O-word.
I've looked for Anson's rooms over the week.
Oh, really, Monica? Oh, that's just so sweet of you that you...
So a point of that, if I were Gary and I had someone who was competitive with me, I would be grateful.
Oh.
Because when you have competition, it makes you sure that you're on your
God bless
A game.
Anonymous, right?
And I'm not afraid of
Could you imagine getting kicked out of this
because
room?
it strengthens me. It makes me
This is so beautiful
find out
recording
how
this.
much I want
This is Clubhouse
to win.
Season 5.
So, Anson, I would
Best of
recommend
the
you
best.
keep your 4 o'clock time slot, and may the better room win.
Ooh.
And I think it'll be yours.
Wow. Great job, Monica. Well, thank you very much, Monica. Appreciate those kind words.
I'll open the room on Monday. I'm not sure what topic I'll pick, but early,
Wow, well, we can't wait till Monday, Anson. We just can't wait till Monday. We're all so looking forward to it on a Saturday night. I can't believe I'm spending my Saturday night talking about your room on a Monday, Anson. Wow, thank you so much. I can't wait. And it's too bad you don't know what topic you're gonna pick yet, Anson. Be great if you knew what topic you were gonna pick on Monday.
I'll also share this.
Oh.
I mean, Steve and Steve Wynn, routinely are the conservative voices. I am not a MAGA voice. I'm a conservative.
He didn't vote Trump. He hates Trump, but he'll tolerate Trump. And he's not a Republican. But now he's a conservative voice.
And Tiger, who I have accused of being a member of the Chinese Communist Party, but I have grown to know Tiger quite well. Well, not well, but I respect Tiger. And when Tiger and Steve and I offer views that are counter to what the consensus of the room is, it sometimes gets pretty rough. And the straw that broke my camel's back when the topic was about environmental changes that were being made, and I offered the comment that caution in opposing wholeheartedly, ranting and raving against the changes that were being proposed. We should take caution in doing that because there were some elements within those changes that I think are desperately needed. And Mother, I make that assertion because I ran a nuclear weapons facility for several years that was trying to do environmental cleanup after 50 years of contamination. And I'm very familiar with RCRA, CERCLA, and all the obstruction that can come out of the environmental movement. So I offered a word of caution in that room, and Gary came back at me and said, so that means you're in favor of allowing polluted rivers in Cleveland where they can't fish and swim.
Oh, Lord.
I left the room at that point, sent Gary an email, and I sometimes drop in to listen, but I don't participate any longer. I mean, that's the kind of bullshit that goes on that does not contribute to rational discussions. Let me leave it at that.
Well, back to the topic of the room, and if you want to make it like if men and women can be friends on the app, or men and women can be friends in real life. My friends and I, our team, we have ran one of the longest running rooms, kept it consistent, haven't missed a day, even opened up on the holidays. And I am the only female mod. Do I mod up people in there? I will. Because we don't have any problems in our room. But it is a team of me and 4 guys. That's it. We sit down, we come up with topics, what we're going to go over. Thursdays in our room, we sound like we can't stand each other. Fridays, we come straight back and are good to go. So can men and women be friends? Absolutely.
Of course they can. I got people right now that I work with, like Naomi. We working on like a private thing, like we trying to get wildlife reservation team going and stuff like that. So yeah, of course, But the whole point is, you gotta stop cooning. Or I'm sorry, bitching. Or I'm sorry. They gotta stop. Like, just you gotta be on a certain level. with Serene, like me and her, we cool. You know.
Serene, how do you reply to that?
I mean, no, because I'm a black man, she's a white man. I mean, we cool. I mean, she's race and stuff, but you know, it's people that kind of like not on certain levels. You understand?
Yeah, I know what
That's
you're
what I'm
saying.
looking at. Okay.
Well, Kitty and I tangled just a couple of days ago in a room, and I told her to shut up, which I rarely have ever tried to do. But can Kitty and I get along? Well, I guess we're going to do a stork dance and see if we can get along. But I will tell you. And by the way, Brad kind of lowered the boom on her because he was the moderator in the room. But can Kitty and I get along? Well, we're not fighting like cats and dogs right now.
I truly believe y'all can. Like, we all can get along. Like you know, we just gotta pretty much like have you know, like a certain I guess we just gotta like, okay, yeah, I agree with this, I agree with that type of situation. Man, I think all of us can get along. No matter what color or anything. I
Since nobody's going, Kitty and I do a good job of like trying to parse out pragmatic shit. Maybe that's because of your upraising, maybe it's because of your job, maybe it's a little bit both in your friend group. I have no fucking clue. But you do like a fairly decent job, like a more than halfway decent job, which is a compliment, not a backhanded compliment, of like picking out the pragmatic thing in a political conversation to make something function. You seem to ask systemic questions about like, how does something work? What do you have to do? That kind of shit. And you're like particularly good at it. So just want to tell you.
Yeah, but what y'all, that's what y'all think about. And the whole thing about it is if you want to be that way, you're going to be that way. Like, I mean, like, you know, we got a lot of racists in here. Not racist.
Careful.
Oh, yeah, I know. You gotta be, you know, get a lot of race in here. You got black, you got Hispanic, white. You gotta just like be careful. Just like she said, careful what you say. Like, I mean, you know, you can really. I mean, I'm cool with all. Dude, my kids are mixed and stuff. I mean, you know, it's different. But the whole thing is, you just gotta be careful what you say in these rooms, dude. And you know what?
Bro, you've been invited up.
Like the Serene, me and her, cool as fuck. Like, you know, I mean, we are. And so it doesn't matter what people say, me and I don't know if y'all know Ann.
They're also cool. It's nice.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah, I hope so.
Pearl, honey, you were invited up. Your hand was raised. All right, Anson. Marsh's gonna help you set up the rooms and such and such and such and such, and I'm standing by in case you need an assist.
Yes, ma'am. That's the idea.
If y'all have Monday's room scheduled already and you want to drop a link in the chat, I will advertise for you.
Well, that's one of the problems. I don't know how to. I know how to open a live room now. Roger's given me permission to do that, but I don't know how to post a room in advance. But I will open the room at 4 o'clock, 10 minutes of 4, Central Daylight Time on Monday, and the topic of the room is who is causing the chaos.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh wait, hold on, Bruce. Just a little bit of housekeeping. So you can schedule a room. You can schedule a room, and you can schedule it with the title Rational Discussions, and then have it set to open at 3:50 every day. And what happens is when you're, if you miss a day, it just reboots.
You just lost me, Scarlett. Marshall or Scarlett, either one of you, open a room at 10 minutes before Central Daylight Time this coming Monday. Who is causing the chaos? And then I'll open the room when it's time to hit live chat, and we'll go from there. And that ought to be pretty simple.
Y'all are planning on bringing this into the next week? Like, are y'all serious? I'm telling you, if y'all don't stop fighting about this, I'm gonna block every.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about. Nye, do you know how to do scheduled rooms? Nye, can you do that for Anson?
I heard Adam's voice, but I don't see him on the stage. I'm
his slippers.
Adam's not here, but slippers.
Yeah, we'll have no ducks on stage, ladies.
Why didn't you just go for bonnet, Adams?
Adams, that shit was fucking hilarious.
Because I don't wear a bonnet, I wear a slipper.
Oh, slippers. I didn't know that was him.
That's
okay. I'm looking at the stage, like, where is he? I don't see him, but I hear his voice. What's going on? Okay, I get it now. Adams, I swear you're so funny. Your voice just came out of...
No, but that's so true, though. Like, a week from now, you know what I mean? I feel like new shit will pop up from that.
Okay, so wait. Scarlett asked me a question. Do I need to open the room? Set up the title? Is that what we need?
Yeah, schedule daily rooms and rational discourse. And I cannot.
I don't think she wants to do that though, Scarlett, because the title changes every day.
Right.
Yeah, but you can edit. You can edit the title as you go.
Exactly.
Well, I know, but Anson can't.
Just a suggestion. Wouldn't the most direct way to do this be that Anson put me as some sort of a something or other in the house? I don't know what that is, because I've never done it before. But wouldn't that be the thing, so I could help him do the programming?
Okay, I'll go to the house and I'll see if I can appoint you to be the
leader.
Chief cook and bottle washer of the Rational Discussion.
Aye, Captain. I like you. I just followed you. I like that.
All right. That's an old Navy term, Mother.
I love how he said mother. I'm sorry.
I think you should wear that as a badge of honor, Marshall. You can take it to the critical thinking forum and say, I am now the chief cook and bottle washer of the Rational Discussion group.
I'm the bottle cook and washer of the SS Rational Discussion.
Nice. Anson, if you have any trouble assigning him the duties, Nye is an admin in there, so she can assist.
I'm gonna say something, y'all. Like when I learn something on Clubhouse, we're never gonna get to any solutions if we never agree on what type of language to use in these conversations. Like everyone has a different definition for every word that we use, whether it's a woman, a man, racism, doxing. Like we can't even get down to a definition of a word and agree on it before we even ever get to a solution. So I feel like it's really hard to even come to an understanding when everyone's using different definitions of the word we're using. So I don't know about the resolution part on Clubhouse just yet because of that.
Pockets, I couldn't agree with you more because that's my basic. The reason I'm trying to have a rational discussion is to begin with, what the hell is the problem that we're arguing about? and be specific about it, and then argue the solutions. Don't argue about whether it's a problem or not. Argue about the solutions to the stipulated problem. And we can't even get past that. We can't even agree on what the problems are. So we argue over each other's head all the time in club.
And so I think the problem with that is, like you say, like we can't agree on what the problem is because it changes per administration. Because what everybody complained about under Biden administration, none of the shit have been fixed, but no one talks about that anymore. Now they talk about entirely different issues now. So like, then it's gonna change again. So like people need to just stop letting the media tell them what to be fucking pissed off about, and really have a stance of their own and stand on it, regardless of who's president. Then we can start agreeing, and we might get something fixed, opposed to being angry about this for 4 years, then that for 4 years, and none of this shit ever get fixed.
Now, one last point, Anson. I am a Trump supporter. I am Make a Great America. I don't believe I belong in a cult. I believe I can be very critical of the things that our president does. So when you paint with the broad brush that MAGA is unable to critique the job performance, I submit that that's a little bit too harsh. And I would invite you to look again, because we're not a monolith either.
The term MAGA, not your, with what you just said, Scarlett, I would say you are not MAGA. MAGA has at least gotten the reputation, has been, of a large group of people that are irrationally loyal to Trump the man. And I am not MAGA, but I can be selective in saying that I agree with what he's doing, for example, in Ukraine, and I'll back that up in arguments. I am uncertain about tariffs, so I'm not sure that I know where I stand on tariffs. And I certainly feel that there is a smog, not an environmental smog. There is a smog over our cities, major metropolitan areas, and it has been that way for some time. And it encompasses homelessness, crime, disrespect for law and order, sanctuary cities, etc., that needs to be corrected. And I will debate, I'm not sure whether Trump's doing it the right way or not, but that's the example of trying to have rational discussions about specific problems. And Hakima, it's not just one administration to the next. Today, it's one headline to the next, following behind the hysterical media. So that's what we're trying to fix, or trying to make progress with.
I agree with that, Anson. Let me say the one thing. One thing. Bruce, I want to say something. I don't want to try to answer real quick.
Yeah, he's going to do some black points. But I understand. But let me say something real quick.
Hold on, Bruce. Don't interrupt Hakima. That's a hidden rule in the law.
Shutting the fuck up.
Hakima started first, I believe. Am I wrong?
Oh my God.
Sage, am I wrong?
A nigga that his name is Hakima to start this.
Okay, we don't allow the N-word or the K-word on our stage. So, Bruce, you have a timeout in the chat. Please, moderators, don't invite Bruce back up until 3 minutes to
I really want to hear your reply, Hakima, because I did address it to you, my friend.
Right. Well, crazy. It wasn't even much. He could have had it right there. I was going to say, like, what you just said, from one headline to the next, is what I touched on also. Like, we need to stop letting the media guide our outrage. Now, I said that. We steady let the media dictate what we care about. Like, care about what you care about and stand on it.
There you go. There you go.
The media dictate what to be outraged about.
There you go. And argue your point forcefully on Clubhouse and be respectful and listen to rebuttals when you argue your report or your point. And you've been doing that, and I support you, my friend.
Thanks, Answer.
I don't think we've been unnecessarily over moderating with Bruce. It's a shame he couldn't let Hakima have the mic first.
He was being an asshole. Then he wanted to say the N-word and crack a joke about my name as if like I have a problem with my name. I would hate him for my name to be Bruce, actually.
Oh, Matt Cool joined the room. Look, Matt, we have more than vaginas modded on stage.
Uh-oh.
Amazing.
Impossible, because In the Muff only has female moderator.
Right? And they're so incapable.
Yeah, what the hell those women are doing?
I'm almost afraid to ask, but is there beef with Matt?
Yes, there is so much raw beef with
From
Matt.
Matt Cool.
Shit, I had no idea. Fuck.
We've got the grill going. All right, here we go.
I mean, what do you think about the fact that there's just lady mods in the muff?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Ping
come
Allen in
on.
here too.
I would only
Ping Allen in here too. He has some.
I would only comment that I'm a mod and I'm not transgender.
And neither.
Oh, Mother, you're can't hear you, so I see you unmiked, but you're not.
I mean, Matt, why is that a question? Like, why is it even a question?
You should have left the original title of this room, Serendipity, so he would have understood the context of us greeting him so enthusiastically.
Yeah, the original title of the room, what I don't even remember what it was.
Something about
It was a
females
play
in
on
the
that.
muff? All female moderators in the muff?
Are you talking about the very first one, or are you talking about the just previous?
Very first one.
No, he had a room earlier, something about like what is, or the final answer.
Final definition of doxing. What is doxing?
The final definition of doxing. Yeah, we put the final definition of doxing in the title for you, Matt. But we were just, waiting for you to come in so that we could ask you.
Oh my gosh. When Serendipity speaks like this, it makes me nervous. It makes me want to leave quietly because it scares me. Like, run away, Matt, run away!
You know what sucks? That the hallway was so dead earlier that Matt's room, I sat in it and I was like, fuck, and it said, someone you have blocked is in this room. And I was like, fuck. And I'm like, messaging Serendipity, I'm like, make a room! This hallway sucks. Matt, I'm very disappointed, but I'll always love you.
Yeah, so, I'm trying not to be annoyed, Matt, but I would have liked to learn about what the official definition of doxing was. And you made the one person that has the majority of the muff leaders blocked as your co-mod. And it's like, what the hell, Matthew? What you doing?
Monica, he said in the chat we didn't get there. Of course you didn't get there, the definition of doxing. Of course you guys didn't get.
And it's your room, and you can have in there whoever you want. But, I didn't think you and I had a problem, but now I'm thinking twice, which is always not a good idea. So, okay,
Martha, you're a woman. Stop thinking.
Right,
What's your first
what
problem?
is thinking? That's ghetto.
Tina.
I keep forgetting. Kristen, we do too much on ourselves as women. We think already too much. I feel like if you start thinking twice, that's a disease. I feel like we as women just, we're good with just one thing.
Hang on. Y'all hold my brain for a while, okay?
No, you're ready to fight, Kristen. Get him. Get him.
I'm breathing. This shit is stressing me out.
You can't afford for anybody to hold your brain.
Damn it. You know what?
Listen, man. I would trust y'all with my brain 100%. I trust y'all to put a Neuralink in my ass 100%. I trust Sarah. I trust Sarah.
Pocket. I promise, pocket. I'd only drop it twice. It would be fine.
You would drop it up and it would hit your head, and you'd be like,
dust it off. It's fine.
Do you drop it low, Monica, though? And pick it up?
Turn it low. Drop it low. Drop it low.
Drop it low, pick it up slow. I mean, this thing is complete and total chaos. This is what happens when you give vaginas the green bean. So much fucking power.
It's a disaster.
The only person on this stage is BMO with a pink ticket is gonna drive me insane. You need to catch that in, like, right now.
No, she already has. That's.
Oh, she already has? Well, you better leave this room, girl. Come back.
Somebody did something shady.
Oh, I'm so sorry then. Okay, I support everything you do. I love I missed so much shit, y'all. Like, I have no idea what's going on.
That's a shade ticket right there, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We love you, B-Mar.
Am I gonna be the only one up here dropping it? Come on.
Well, I don't got shit to drop. I mean, we could crack our knees. We could do that. Let me crack my knees one time. Hold on.
Dropping it like it's hot. Watch out.
Nah, dude, my knees will make a beat when I try to drop it down. It's bad. I'm only 30.
And call it the same thing.
Dude, I have bad knees. I tore my NCL or MCL in college. I used to longboard everywhere. And that did not end up working out a couple of times. Like, I fell and ate shit, and so I've got problems with my knees now in my 30s.
Marshall, that sucks, dude. I'm so sorry.
We're wearing bad shoes.
That's okay. Somebody told me not to wander around inside this, like, pre-framed house. And I was like, what? The house is so cool.
Listen, bro, I want whatever you're drinking. I love whatever's wrong with you. To be honest, I love every part of you. Oh.
By the way, I just for the record have to say that no, I'm not in the fighting, but I will fight for Nye to speak. I will fight for MG to be able to speak, and I will fight for Serendipity to speak, and I will fight for Scarlet to speak, and I will fight for Pockets to speak.
Mac, come up here so we can hear your voice.
Come on, Nat.
And
Come on up.
we'll only bite a little bit.
We write it down for Kristen. I don't think you understand.
What?
We will all write it down for you.
I mean, well, yeah, you know what? I'm so over it. I don't have much to say anymore.
Hey, I discovered this new butterfly today called the silver, the silver spotted skipper. It's very common. And I was learning about it, and apparently it has like a poop catapult, like when it's a catapult. Yeah, dude, like you could fling its excrements like 1.5 meters away from its body.
I love that for them. Did you hear about the pistol shrimp, bro? That there is shrimp underwater that literally kills its enemies with a bubble that's like faster than any bullet. Pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool.
Say goodbye to your reading book. The best way to
National Geographic, man, we're falling behind from world or from life. No one's watching National Geographic anymore. It's really.
The best way to end something is.
I just saw it. You're so right. I just saw on Facebook Marketplace this person getting rid of like an entire library of National Graphic magazines, and like it's for free.
What?
Isn't that crazy, George?
That's treasure.
Like, listen, man, lions are down bad. I don't think people understand how bad lions are down right now. But our mammals are struggling.
You know, I think I'm kind of like Marshall. I'm sort of enjoying my late Saturday afternoon drink. I'm not drunk, but I sure as hell am trying to figure out what the hell what the conversation is in this room right now.
Well, I just got some Angry Orchards. They're like apple beer. And dude, these are pretty nice.
Serendipity don't lie to Matt.
Apple orchards, beer, and dudes. I'm still a little lost.
Yeah, I don't like beer because it tastes like ass. So I have to get like flavored beer, you know? So I have to get like the apple beer. It's pretty nice.
Oh, I thought you meant beards as opposed to beer.
Pocket's cursing in front of ants and it makes me so uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad.
No, it's me. It's me. And Marshall was cursing earlier too, and I'm like, Marshall, that's Anson. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure Anson can.
Well, Anson literally fought for our rights to curse and be sailors. So God bless you, Anson.
That's right. Where is Sakina?
Yeah.
Fucking A, Pockets.
Why?
Fucking A, Anson.
Yeah, I was wondering, why is Hakima in the audience? Hakima, did you move yourself down?
Did he glitch out? Because he wasn't mod a minute ago either, and I didn't know what happened.
He did. He came from the audience, and I brought him up, and I remodded him, but I think he left again. And you know how it goes. You hit that hallway, and if you hit any previews, you lose your mod badge anytime you're in a...
Oh. You know,
Hey, pockets for you in the military.
No, my grandfather was, though. My dad was. My grandfather was a pilot in World War II. He was an engineer as well, so we helped build the planes. So I have full respect for anyone who's fought for our country.
Well, I used to get the question when I'd go on long submarine patrols how I best protected my wife from Marines specifically. And I told them I would keep a can of shoe polish under the bed because I'd never seen a Marine that wouldn't rather shine his shoes than fool around. Any Marines want to respond?
No, but Anson, can I tell you a little bit more about this little silver spotted thing? Okay, so this pooper catapult, I was curious. I was like, wait, why does it have to catapult its poop so far away? And then I learned that it's because it's predators. That's how they follow, and they call it frass. Guys, they call it frass. I am going to refer to my poo from now on as frass, okay? So they follow the frass, and that's how they find them to eat them. So that's why they got to catapult them away.
Don't you throw your frass at me.
I can only say, what?
I think frass is a total vibe. Like, what the frass? You gotta be frass and kidding me? Like, this is so much potential. Thank you, Beam.
I think so too. Who's frassing in the room?
There will be no frass on stage. Thank you very much.
Bima?
There's a new poll in the room, everybody. Please cast your vote.
A new poll?
A new poll! And if you don't vote purple...
This one's for you, Matt.
Don't you vote green either, Matt. I'm watching you. All the suck-ups posting green.
Well, here's the thing. I feel slightly conflicted, ladies, because I thought Matt Cool was cool. But now I'm hearing what's going on? Some drama rooms where he's trash talking.
Night.
The mods and
We
the
have it. We have an excellent authority.
What you
that
gonna
in
bring the
his
mods and the muff up for?
Doxing room. Alan's on stage. So, Alan, tell me, what do you think about the In the Muff having all female mods? Are we wrong?
It was so
Are we wrong?
Irrelevant.
I'll stand a correction. I'll stand a correction if our reports were wrong. But one time a while ago, you said Clubhouse runs through Monica. That sounds really bad now that I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's one of those. I just stepped in it.
Everything Clubhouse, Monica is in the know about. So if I'm wrong, Matt, you can tell me and I'll apologize.
So watch out for
I don't think I'm wrong though.
Look, Matt voted like me. I
win. Matthew Collacious, you do have some comeuppance due.
I know, you need to come up.
Just take it like a man.
Usually you put your full name, dude.
Come pay your penance.
We're going to make you a mod and screenshot it and put it everywhere on Clubhouse so that everybody knows they're just female mods.
That's a muffin!
That's his own.
For the record, I don't think that Anson nor Slippers is a badge. They're just honorary badge.
No, that's true.
Actually, the dolphin is female. The dolphin's name is Anson.
Can I dox myself?
Yeah.
Why would you?
My address is one.
No.
You're such a turd. Why are you frazzing?
Cell phone number. You can Google me and
Why you gotta make us protect you like
let
that?
me tell you something.
Why you made me yodel like some infidel?
If anybody's gonna waste their time on doing anything to me, then they don't have much shit to do in their life.
Matt.
Yes, I can help you.
So, we care about you.
Well, my wife chewed my ass for having my real name up here, so I had to change it about a month ago.
Good.
We care about her, too. We care about the babies and everybody.
But I would legitimately kill somebody if they tried to come in this house.
But they want you alive, numbskull.
I know they do. Don't know. Sometimes I question their motives, but yes, I agree.
You know what I saw today?
What?
I saw, I was driving, and you know how houses are kind of close to the road sometimes? There was this postman, and he was delivering a box to this house, and all I saw was him start to run, and this English bulldog viciously attacking him. And I thought to myself, damn, those things are supposed to be the best temperament and all this stuff. I was like, tisk, 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 that's horrible. Yeah. But that's what I saw today. See, but my pit bull wouldn't have done that. My big, vicious-looking, angry, solid, brolic, muscly, big-headed, big-jawed pit bull would have never.
Wait a minute. You just watched the English bulldog tear a hole in the postman? You didn't like honk your horn to distract the dog, or?
No, I was like driving by, and in this, it's like you have to like slow down to like slowly go around, and all I saw was him like, I was already going around the corner, and he had thrown down the box, and he started to run, and I'm like, what happened? And then I see this dog, this English bulldog, like chasing him, right? And then all of a sudden he stopped, and the bulldog and the person grabbed the bulldog or whatever, but that's as much as I could. I'm guessing that's kind of like.
So the postman wasn't injured?
Oh, I don't know about all that. I kept going.
Bima?
You know it's fun.
How do you spell frass, Bima?
FRASS.
Okay. Let me show you what I did.
You know what's fun is doing this getting 50 years old. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, MICK.
All right. PTR, Bima.
I'm thinking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse at 50. I love it.
You know what this reminds me of, and I go all the way back to my high school years, which were in the 1950s, ancient history. But we had a boys, if you will, sorority called the Barons. I've forgotten what the girls' sorority was, but it was whatever name. And I can guarantee you that the boys' sorority wanted to know what in the hell did they talk about and what was going on in that girls' sorority. The fact that I'm still staying on the stage reminds me that I'm trying to still gain insight into such a conundrum.
Have you ever seen Bluey? Have you ever watched Bluey before?
I don't know what Bluey is. I didn't.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I didn't know until about 6 months ago either. We got a Bluey dress today. Boy, somebody was excited.
I have read the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and I tend to agree with that book. But of course, that was written in the 1960s, so nobody in here knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh, everybody knows it.
Oh yeah, we know that book.
The problem with that book is that means that Mars and Venus are in the same solar system. See, I don't think women and men are in the same even in the same solar system.
Oh.
Well, I like that. Where's your wife? I need to talk to her right now.
Oh, shoot.
What I liked about the book is that it got people talking about some really cool stuff, and it kind of gave some insight and also a little bit of levity to stuff, to important.
It's very akin to that book, Love and Respect. Have y'all read that one?
Hey, what is that little top thing on the top left of the profile pictures? That little
that indicates what you voted in the poll.
Oh wow! So I need to change my vote. Okay.
Yeah, that indicates what you voted in the poll. So basically, everybody knows how you voted, or if you voted.
He left without coming on stage.
Of course he did.
Wow.
Hey, how about a Sunday drama room?
Wow.
Sunday Clubhouse drama room.
No,
Yeah?
I haven't had
Because we haven't had enough of that all week.
That would be huge.
No, Matt, you're fired.
Only if it can be fake drama. Can it be fake drama? Like drama roast? Yeah! Scarlett says no.
Here comes Phoebe.
Absolutely not.
Is it good if your wife ever asks you, "Are you done yet?"
Oh my God.
I don't know. Are you taking too long to eat? What are you doing, Matt?
Well, yeah, no, it's the dinner. The dinner meal takes. I mean, I like that.
Hi, BB.
BB Gary's here to talk about TNA, so I'm gonna head out. Y'all have fun.
Oh, bye.
Wait, Scarlet.
She's just hanging out in the back channel. Scarlet, stay here.
Yeah, you can't leave. I want you to look at the YouTube video. I found a video of, because it's the caterpillar, it's the silver spotted. So that's the butterfly. That's it's butterfly stage. That's what it looks like. But as a caterpillar, that's when it can fling the frass. And I found a video of it flinging the. There's even like little.
What was that?
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like a. That's exactly what it sounded like. Watch, I have the video in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
You think I'm crazy?
Tits and ass, baby, tits and ass.
Yeah, so talking about tits and ass, where's our beloved Roger?
He's otherwise disposed at the moment. You just have to keep an eye for him. He is logging in.
So, anyways, I was in what's his name's room like earlier with all the doxing. What is going on?
It's just ridiculous. It's men in a bunch of dick measuring contests. That's all.
Well, I'm in trouble right now with my companion because she's angry that I'm spending so much time on Clubhouse, and she wants to know what I'm talking about. And I was using my hearing aid, so I've now put you on speaker on my iPad, so keep it clean.
Hi, Mrs.
Her name is Ann, if you would like to address her.
Hi,
Ann.
We love Mr. Anson, but we concur. We love spending time with him, but he is yours. And you can still yell at him so that he can spend more time with you.
Keep it coming, ladies, because she's still pissed.
I'm not cleaning up your mess, Anson. You go get those flowers and be nice to her.
That's right.
Are you a little too addicted to this app that you're not giving her some TNA? Love. You're not giving her TNA love. Come on now.
We're not going to offend her.
Who is GLG? Hey, GLG.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
The house, oh, go ahead, sorry.
That was cute.
I was just going to say, Gary Baumgarten's house, Critical Thinking Forum, is the one that's going to stand the test of time, right? Because, I think because of him being in media, he knew that he had to curate his room more carefully based on the way things were going. And, he closed the chat, he moves people down. He did the kind of things that people tried to do earlier on in Clubhouse, but it seems to be sustainable. I'm not saying like in the muff won't last or whatever, but I do think it's interesting.
Well, wait a minute. Why are you talking about in the buff? Jeez. That's funny though. That would be funny. Hold on, Dr. J. We're not competing with Gary Baumgarten's room.
Oh, I know.
We're not.
I know.
Rational discussion might be competition for Gary, but that's not us.
No. I'm not at all competing. I just mentioned the room because we're in this room right now. I could have been in any room. I'm not saying. I'm not even encouraging you to use his tactics. It just occurred to me that, I've seen so much come and go on Clubhouse, and I was thinking, what is it? What's an example of a room that may have modified things that has given some sustainability? And maybe it's Gary's, maybe not.
I actually think, and this is not disrespect to Gary, but he is very strict. And I'm not going to go on Facebook to join a group to comment on a clubhouse room for a few reasons. The primary one is that would be identifying me in the real world.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
as much as I like my ideas tested, there are malignants and malefactors on the app who would weaponize that. So that's one thing. So I can't participate in chat, and I'm not always available to join the stage. And I find the format pleasing to Gary, but not very accessible.
Totally, that's a fair critique.
Driver, I can assure you that I am not trying to compete with the popularity or whatever of Gary's room. And I acknowledge his expertise, etc. It's simply the fact that because maybe part of it is because of the size of the room, but you cannot have a conversation in Gary's room. Maybe that means, just like we're having a conversation right now, and it's a fairly large room. You need to be able to have conversations without all the rant and all the bullshit. And Gary tends to, he doesn't tend to, he states his opinions, his views, caveated with I'm not an expert and I don't know and all that, but his views are dramatically against everything that Trump has been trying to do. I don't like Donald Trump. I've never voted for him. But I believe we should have a rational discussion, pros and cons, about specific problems and policies to address those problems, and not just the constant harangue against anything and everything GOP and Trump are trying to do. That's why I'm not trying to compete with Gary. I'm trying to offer an alternative for those that are here to have an honest conversation, a debate that is reasonable, polite, non-interruptive, and thank you for not interrupting me or anybody else. That's all I'm trying to do, because I do believe that there are some things, in fact, several things, that Donald Trump and his administration are trying to do that I wholeheartedly support. Others, I think he's a total ass. I never voted for him. The way he promotes his policies, his hyperbole, his exaggeration, his lies, all of that stuff, I join with all the criticism that you can level at him. But underneath, there is an underlying, and God forbid I would say it, wisdom or correct perspective on how to achieve some things where America has been in a great, significant decline for the last 25 years, and not a single GOP or Democratic president or administration has been able to reverse that decline in the last 25 years. And that's all I'm trying to do.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, I value your expertise very much, and I didn't even know you started something new. If it's a new room, I didn't even know. I agree with you. I agree with you on your take on. I agree with you on your take on Trump. As far as Gary's room goes, I assume that he would rather have a conversational style like he had initially. But being in the media, I think he's got to be careful that things don't get out of hand and cause trouble for him professionally. So maybe, so I agree that it's not the optimal way, but it's the best way perhaps that works for him. But I mean, I value your expertise when you're in those rooms, and you also, you engage with people in a very professional and sophisticated way that speaks to your acumen and your experience. So that's what I like about Gary's room, is that I haven't been in there in the past few weeks very much, but he's had some high-level conversation, and then he still gets a couple people who may be difficult, is my guess, but I can't say because I haven't been there much.
Well, I can just say, observe that right now in this room, you and I just had a perfectly reasonable conversation, and we need more of that. Not all the bullshit that pervades Clubhouse, and I hope that there can be alternatives to that can advance the conversation and, God forbid, advance America's position in the world. Because I believe our position in the world has been gravely diminished over the last 25 years. And I don't see or hear anyone that has reasonable, rational observations about how to reverse that trend. All I hear is partisan bullshit most of the time, in the media, on Clubhouse, and else.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I because I'm fairly moderate, and as I've gotten older, and I think the trend for most people is, sorry for the background noise, people get more moderate as they get older, but that may not reflect everyone's experience. But to me, again, the dichotomy, if you're too extreme in your views, you almost become blindsided by, I don't want to say everyone who's extreme in their views is irrational, but you're more likely to become irrational and succumb to cognitive biases and distortions when you hold extreme views and only surround yourself with that kind of sentiment. So that's my opinion.
But of course, we cannot even arrive at a definition of what is an extreme view. We can't. Part of our greatest problem is that we can't agree on what in the hell's the problem we're trying to solve.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe this is one thing to pose to the room, because I don't want to talk too much, and I appreciate the discourse with you, is that, like the immigration thing, right? Maybe, in principle, I think that, people who come to this country illegally, are taking a risk. They're taking a risk that some other people chose not to do, right? And there's various reasons for that. At the same time, if you get picked up off the street, if you put yourself in the shoes of someone being picked up off the street and deported, it's like, I guess my point is, I have empathy for both sides, and I have to sit in someone else's shoes, or try to maybe understand their perspective. And I'm not sure everybody tries to do that, nor should they, but that's something I've been trying to do. So I'm conflicted on many things.
I can only ask you one. I don't want to get. Pardon me, Serene, and all the rest of you. I'm not trying to dominate here, but I think one of the first and best contributions that Trump made to the well-being of the United States is to stop dead in its tracks the flow of extraordinary and rampant illegal immigration, illegal flight into our country. Any nation in the world needs to protect its borders. And part of that is people don't enter your country without legal permission. And if you violate that, I mean, we can argue about what legal permission should be and whether we should be much more open in allowing people to immigrate into our country. That's a legitimate debate. But to stop the rampant illegal entering our country without permission is something that Donald Trump achieved. He achieved it within about 2 or 3 months, and all it took was a change in who was in the White House. And, at least on that count, I'm not arguing about ICE. I'm not arguing about what we're doing now. I'm just saying that closing down the valve of rampant illegal immigration was a significant achievement, and I applaud him. And I could give other examples, but I won't elaborate on them. But that's just an example.
And I don't disagree with you. I think that's well said. You just explained the complexity of the issue, but it's poisoning the well. It's one thing to let people in if everybody's happy. It's another thing to let people in and get feedback that people are in this country, our own citizens, are starving, trying to find jobs, what have you. That's a real valid concern. And I think you handled that issue really well. But I think what happens on Clubhouse is people run with labels and they don't get farther than a blurb, thanks, or an explanation.
Boy, do I agree with that 100%. And I'll stop now and turn it back to let you gals worry about it.
Well, we have a new poll.
Male chauvinism, but my God, what a great discussion. And we weren't trying to crap on each other's head. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Anson. Likewise.
So there's a new poll because I am curious about this because I saw a recent study, and let me see if I still have it in my 103 item collection of my PTR album. I might have recently deleted it though. There was an article about should Democrats recognize the successes of the Trump administration? Would it be better for their party if they acknowledge the things that are going well? And I don't know if I still have it, but the number was striking. So I'm going to have to go into my, looks like I have to go into my photo album on my phone because I must have just deleted it. But there was a high percentage of people that recommended the Democrats give the devil his due. Because it happens if you don't acknowledge the legitimate things that are going well, then when you're criticizing the things that aren't, nobody hears you. It's the boy who cries wolf. And that's a huge problem because liberals are very good at spotting fires. And so it would be beneficial if the significant dislike of Trump didn't interfere